Hey guys, what's up? Quick video for you today. So, right out of the gate, you're gonna see me doing this a whole lot because the gnats out here are absolutely gnarly. Anyway, so we're camping at the Compresco, I think I pronounced that right, Compresco campsite in the west track of the Green Swamp. And we have a bunch of guys from the Facebook group, Florida Bushcraft, as usual. So they're all in this pavilion. This is not some kind of high adventure type trip, no backpacking or anything like that. This is a wide open, well-groomed field. Cool stuff behind me. Now there are some thick woods like back in here and everything, but for the most part, it's been summer in Florida, which means temperatures like 110-ish. So this is one of the first times we've all been able to get back together and hang out for what is our upcoming camping season, which is winter. So this whole trip initially set out because my work schedule changed, so I'm able to get out on more weekend type trips, which is when most of these guys go. And yeah, so we set it up, just kind of a easygoing weekend. All of our cars are over here. And yeah, so I'm sure we're gonna do some projects and cook some good food and stuff like that, but really this trip is about friends hanging out, which honestly, in my opinion, is the best type of trip. So at some point I will go through a few people's camping setups, some hammocks, some tents, stuff like that, and show you what people in this group like to use. So it's Friday, and it's a little bit late. I just got here a little while ago, and I set up, I'm sleeping in a hammock this weekend. Set that up, and honestly, we're all just kind of hanging out, catching up. It's been a little while since we all got together. Dude, the gnats literally are everywhere. And yeah, so I think tonight's probably going to be a little more easygoing. Probably a lot of sitting around, hanging out, catching up, and sure we'll have a campfire, cook something cool. Yeah, if you're watching this video because you're interested in the Compresco campsite, it's really nice. Totally, you know, what they call primitive. See, the gnats are in my mouth. So there is a pavilion. There is a water spigot as well, which is nice. There is a porta potty, which I have not checked out yet. I can only imagine it looks a little bit like Hell's Gates, but it's there, so that's cool. And some of the guys are staring at me right now, so I guess I'm gonna stop filming and get back over there and hanging out. And I would film that, but really it's just us telling dumb stories and, you know, laughing a lot, having a good time. And honestly, group trips should be all about hanging out and having a good time with your friends.
This is bushcraft.
Oh yeah? Good morning. It's what time? It's probably about close to 6:40. It's 6:45, according to the gang. We're up. A few of us are up anyway. I've got breakfast ready. It is Backpacker's Pantry. What is it? The Southwest Breakfast Skillet. Summit Breakfast Skillet. So never had it. We're gonna try it. Jared asked me if it was good. I said I don't know, but we're gonna see. So I forgot to bring hot sauce, so it can't be that good, right? Maybe one of these guys have it. You guys have hot sauce?
Got hot sauce.
See, Brian's got hot sauce. Brian's got everything. But that's kind of the plan. Eat some breakfast, and I'm gonna make Tim go fishing as soon as the sun's up, which will be here shortly. So that's the plan.
I bought an HTC. I bought it new. But it's starting to like not do the charge real well. Like it discharges like. Does your hitch pivot? No, it's just straight.
Pintle hitch or whatever the hell those things are.
Yeah, so I mean,
Those are cool.
so instead of having an extra like couple feet hanging off,
It's only got the single to like the wall, the spare tire there on the wall, and then I can put that wire.
All right, so this. All right, so Summit Breakfast Scramble. Did well. It hydrated all the way, but I put too much water in it. It's like soupy, but everything rehydrated. But it is not good. Like, it is not good at all. I don't know how to describe it. It's got like a really bad flavor. I'll keep eating it. That's a hard no for that. That's going into the trash. I'm gonna find something else to eat. Alright, so instead we're gonna have one of these Pro Meal peanut butter one. These things are awesome. You ever get these? They're expensive, they're like $4, but they're super good. So we're gonna eat this guy. Better. So Tim and I left a little camping area and drove like right outside the little gate. And there is this boat ramp over here that's pretty wide open, and so we think we're going to try some fly fishing. I have a feeling it's probably this particular spot being open and easily accessible is probably pretty heavily fished. Probably a lot of fishing pressure here, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Let's see what happens.
Support your local fishermen.
Yeah, the gnats are like super bad here. So, I'm gonna set this down. So I think we're giving up. Last fly I tried was this little guy. I went all subsurface with mine to an indicator, and nothing. So I was actually targeting specifically bluegills. Thought for sure, you know, you can at least get bluegills, but yeah. And like I said, I tried a few different ones with this being the last one, which I thought for sure this would get something, but nope. Probably just too much fishing pressure here. Water's kind of fast for, you know, a river like this, and you can see all kinds of trash here, people fishing, so it's probably more of like a live bait kind of situation, is what I'm guessing. Tim, what flies did you try?
I tried a woolly bugger, I tried a dragonfly, and then I tried a popper.
What color woolly bugger did you try?
Olive.
Olive, yeah.
That's like the go-to, like that thing will catch anything.
Yeah. What white? I was thinking white, dark water.
I went white with the popper.
Yeah.
And the dragonfly was a lighter color. I was hoping to make it stand out.
Well, yeah, so no luck. You gonna go back to camp?
Yep.
We're gonna go back to camp. Alright, we are back at camp, and a bunch of the guys are over hanging out by the fire area, but I thought I would show you what I'm sleeping in this weekend. So, no surprise here, I'm using my War Bonnet Ridge Runner hammock. I run Neo Air Uberlight as a pad. It's a double layer hammock, you know, so the pad goes in between the layers. I like that better than underquilt with a bridge hammock because it keeps it firm. When I sleep in gathered in hammocks, which is pretty rare nowadays, that's when I switch to underquilt. And I have the new One Wind 12x10 tarp set up in porch mode, and you know, pitched, like I always say, kind of high to a lot more airflow because it was still pretty warm for most of the night last night. It got down, it's like currently 72. It's like almost 9 o'clock, so that's really not that bad. And I have a light equipment quilt, which I did not have to use at all last night. And then just a tiny little pillow that I got something like a decade ago at a Sports Authority. So It's not inflatable, just a little camp pillow. But yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw it into the woods when we came in. I was like, shit.
So tell me what you're doing here.
Gathered this clay from a creek in North Carolina.
That's cool.
So yesterday made clay with it. This is just clay. And then added sand to it. Sand acts as a temper so that it's elastic, so you can make coils without it breaking apart. And then we're gonna make a bowl. Today it's just gonna make the bowl, and then the next time we meet, we're gonna fire it. It'll take about 10 minutes with a campfire, and then we can try cooking something.
So why can't you do it all today?
It needs time to dry. It takes about 3 or 4 days to dry.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I figure about maybe that high.
Yeah.
And we'll have plenty of clay.
So what are you making?
I am making a sheath for my Pine Ridge Forge knife. And right now I'm skeeving down this piece here so it lays flatter against my belt when I glue it.
Oh, cool. For that knife?
Yep.
Let's see it. Ooh. Man, that's cool.
Ironwood.
Yeah, I like the smaller profile on that. You got a whole setup.
All the goodies.
You got a vise. That's awesome.
And I didn't realize it, but then right
Get you pony.
if I do a cross on over my shirt, take my shirt off, you can see.
Yeah. And then it goes in pores and then bacteria grows.
Yeah.
And we can do like stews.
That's what's cool about these meetups when they're car camping type meetups, is almost all of us bring, well, not almost all of us, several of us bring, different things to work on, projects and stuff that you couldn't take, probably wouldn't take on like a backpacking type trip. Like for me, I have some bow drill kits that I made up, if people want to try that, and a little hand drill set that I've been working on, see if I can learn that. I've not been successful at that yet. What else did I bring? Stuff for some whittling and carving, because obviously I do that a lot, and I love doing that at camp. And I also brought like a 6 foot long, a little bit bigger than wrist size birch log that I can't remember. Somebody gave my girlfriend Nicole, like several of them. So I've been using those like at home, carve spoons and stuff like that. And yeah, so I brought some to share for the group, and if they want to carve spoons or make their own bow drill set or whatever, and it just gives us something to do around camp aside from sitting around and drinking. So, and some people do that. They sit around and drink, and that's fine too. Like I said, these types of trips are more about just hanging out with friends than anything else. But it's also a real good, safe environment to practice skills and stuff. And once again, with that, with talking about practicing skills with bow drills and stuff, I don't think I'm ever going to be in a situation where I have to rely on a bow drill to make a fire unless I end up on some reality show. For me, I enjoy doing it just because I think it's kind of fun. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get started on something. I'm going to do something. Alright, so I figured I would work on the hand drill thing like I was talking about. So for my spindle, this is a piece of dried dog fennel. So really straight, I smoothed it out. I made this at home one day after like a day hike or whatever. For my hearthboard, I have a piece of cedar. I read that in the Northwest they like to use cedar out there, so maybe it'll work here. As you can see, it's worked several times for bow drill fires. So I started doing a little divot over here for my hand drill spindle, and I slipped, cut myself, had blood on my hands, blood like all over the place because the cut was like right at the tip of my thumb. So that was embarrassing. But got it all bandaged up, no big deal. And go back to doing this now. I feel like that might sit.
Is that an Uberleben hand drill?
getting some good shots of the back of your neck right now.
Oh, cool.
You want me to hand hold some of it for you and get some handheld video of it?
That's probably fine.
You
I don't think it's actually gonna work. So
Yeah, he's not going to show this to anyone.
If you don't want me to help, just say you don't want me to help. No, actually, I don't want you to do anything. Don't touch my stuff. Rival YouTuber.
Rifle shit. You got like way more subscribers. Dude, I got blood all over my shoe.
Yeah, because you were fucking bleeding like a stuck pig. I look over there, his fucking hand is like...
I'm getting hot.
As soon as I was like, you're like, you got that handheld stuff? Like, yeah, I brought you all of it.
I think some handheld up close shots might be good. Ian, would you mind, like, with the camera?
Well, fuck off! Yeah, I'll hold the camera for you. Visions before then.
Oh, I know. I need a bigger thing. I think it would actually work. So I have officially given up on the hand drill. It's just too hot to do it, but Jared's over there giving it a go, so I'm gonna film him a little bit. But yeah, it's just, I'm not doing that. So it's fun for a minute, but I'm over it.
So that means I have $800 that I cannot spend because they
A lot of
only allow
dust.
you to put like
How'd it go?
$1 to $5
A lot of dust.
on purchase.
Oh, you got dust?
And I have
Yeah, you wanna-
$800.
You want to try it again? Nope.
You know, that's what I'm really frustrated.
I think it was yesterday or earlier today I mentioned that I would walk around and show you guys some of the other people's setups. And I'm gonna start over here with my buddy Brian's Nemo. So cool tent. Look at the bugs. Something about the green with that tent. They're just all over it, but yeah. So then, look, we have another setup, a little car camping setup. So you have the double climate?
That is correct.
That thing is awesome.
I will go home and get the Z pads that go underneath it just to make it a little more comfortable. But in a car you can have anything you want, so why not be comfortable?
Absolutely. And that's probably 50 inches wide, I'm guessing?
Roughly.
It's big.
Yeah.
I like it. Over here, I believe this is Sean from Rewild's setup. I should have asked him. A bunch of the guys went swimming. I didn't go. Kind of wish I would have, but I did not. So he's rocking. I'm not sure what kind of tarp that is. I think it's the one he did a video on. And he's got a cot, which I'm pretty jealous of. I bet that is really comfortable. And I'm not sure who's over here in the hammock. That's cool. A little DD tarp. Yeah, a lot of tarps out here. A lot of bushcraft tarps. You can tell it's a bushcraft tarp because it's brown and has tons of tie outs that you're not going to use because you're always going to set up as an A-frame. Who else? Ooh, Jared got the One Tigress trekking pole tent. Let's go check that out. Very cool, not a new design. Lanchan, Six Moons Designs, Z-Packs, almost every tent company is making trekking pole style tent like that now, and for good reason. It's a phenomenal design. Man, the bugs out here, still brutal, in case you're wondering. I'm not sure what's left on the agenda for the day. It just got too hot for hand drill and bow drill practice. You know, like I said, that's for me, it's supposed to be something that's fun, but not when it's like 95 degrees outside. Not fun. Hashtag not fun. So I think it's probably going to be a sit around camp and carve something. I'm not sure. Probably going to do a spoon real quick because I'm waiting on a couple guys to run some errands, do some things, and then we might sit down and have a little group carve for a little wood spirit or something along those lines. Something a little simple. But I think in the meantime, I'm going to go hang out. Yeah, carve a spoon. What's up?
I mean, sadly.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, you gave me that one piece. I'm gonna bring that too.
What are you looking for?
Call it my shovel, but now she.
What size does it fit? We're all done. Came out pretty good, I think. Not like pro level spoon carving, but good enough to use to eat some mashed potatoes with, right? So, oops, come to this on. I don't know. I'm happy with it. It's good. Yeah, so remember earlier when I said I cut myself? Check out the bandage. Thinking I'm gonna change that. So Sean, tell us what you're doing.
This is Biden's Alba, otherwise known as Spanish needle. So things that stick on your socks when you're out in your yard. But the leaves of the Biden's Alba and the Biden's Pelosa plant.
Let's see the leaves up close before. Very cool.
Are edible, and they have more vitamins and nutrients than spinach. You can eat them raw, and if you boil them, put salt and pepper and a little butter on them, they taste like a turnip green or a mustard green.
Sweet. So explain your ID process.
So I always look for the white flower with the yellow center. And then I try to find the flower heads, which later on turn into the black seed pods with the two sticks off of them, which stick to your sock. Sometimes I'd even prefer to have that on here for people who can't identify it, but I know the plant pretty well.
So the flower has 5 petals?
It can have 5 to more.
Okay.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, okay, that one has 6.
6. So it could have 7. Might have had them knocked off. But yeah.
So here we go. What's it called?
Spanish needle.
Spanish needle. Let's try it. Oh my god, son. Strong. Definitely a green. Yeah, so like you're saying, I can see how that like cooked in some like butter or whatever. Yeah. Or as a base for a salad even.
Yeah, and you can eat the flowers and that little yellow pollen head. Actually, they say it's kind of like doing honey, how some people eat honey to keep down allergies.
Okay.
The pollen head allegedly will also keep down allergies because you're introducing those histamines into your system.
There you go. So Eli informed me that there are some cucamelons out here, so we're gonna go grab some of those too.
That'll give the land these little yellow
There we
flowers.
go.
Yeah. And the leaf shape, which is going to be kind of like an ivy.
Yeah. So cucamelons, tiny little dudes, look like Honey I Shrunk the Watermelons. It tastes like cucumber. Really good. Probably my favorite wild edible. Do you have a favorite wild edible?
No, I grow bananas. Why would I go out and look for wild edibles? I grow food.
Collecting some?
Yeah. Your yellow, how I found it was I found the leaf. Look, I started running along it.
Oh, here we go.
Some of those are getting actually. Those leaves
I'm
are
so excited. That's so cool. Cucamelons.
Yeah. Pop them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you're worried about the hurricane. Not anymore, are you?
We'll be dead before then.
That's right.
That was almost a little sour.
Within about 2.5 hours.
It's good. So good.
It does work.
What are you talking about?
Beautyberry leaves, American beautyberry, which is Calocarpus americana, I believe is the actual Latin name, but if you rub the leaves on your skin, and there are some bugs around me, so this will be a good test. I guarantee you the gnats and the mosquitoes won't touch my face for about 2 hours.
This has got like some kind of like tea tree.
It's called calocarpinol, the chemical in it, and U.S. Army actually was going to patent it and start putting it in their clothing.
Is it this one right here?
So let's look at the plant and talk about the berries real quick.
Yep. So this
No,
is
look
the
at the bigger one.
And the berries, they make jam out of, and they're edible. Right off the stems.
Yeah, they're just not that great.
They just kind of taste like a bland apple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like a bland apple, but they
Bland
have
apple
sugar.
with kind of like a raspberry texture to them.
They have sugar and starch, carbohydrates and stuff in them. So
And it grows everywhere. Everywhere. Like now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And you'll be like
back
at Publix
there,
tomorrow,
back
like,
there.
oh, there's Beautyberry next to Publix.
So this is, you take the leaves off it and you can make it into like a bug repellent.
Yep, the leaves are bug repellent and the seeds are edible. And so, yeah, but if you rub the leaves on, it'll keep the mosquitoes and shit off you for about 2 hours. Now, I do think it has a chemical makeup thing, so some people it doesn't work on as well, but...
Okay.
If you crack open the little fuzzy bit when they're dry, you get like a roselle or okra. Kind of looks a little bit different. You get like a roselle or a cranberry hibiscus and put it right next to each other. They're identical. They're a little bit more round and hard, but they're almost the same.
These are the things when you go out in the woods and you come back with all the brown burrs on you.
Oh yeah, Caesar weed.
Yeah.
You can eat the flowers.
It's awful.
Or pink mallow. It's a pain in the ass.
Hibiscus, you can eat the flowers.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are bigger. Some of them have nectar at the bottom. These probably don't taste like anything.
Okay, I'm with the man. I'll try it.
But since they're hibiscus, if you're growing a cultivated kind like okra or cranberry hibiscus, if you have that popping up somewhere, that's a good spot for your opposites, your replacements that are better. So
There you go.
Watch your sister.
Got the action shot.
The shot of the shot.
The shot of the shot.
Yeah.
So tell me what we're doing, Brian.
We are putting some garlic herb butter on bread, and we're going to use them to make some tacos. Kind of like a Mexican street taco here.
So what do we got going on over here?
We got mojo pork carnitas for street tacos with a little black Cuban coconut rice, and then a whole bunch of other steaks that are going to get thrown on, and I'm going to do some reduck of this sauce, and we'll just keep eating all night.
All the pork. This is all for tacos. This is all going to tacos. It's just got wood at it.
All right.
Fucking hate technology.
So, light dinner, steak, sweet potato mash,
I like technology.
and some
I just
little
hate
tiny
everything that comes
potatoes
with
with mushrooms, onions on top. Let's take another look at that. Whatever. Here's steak. Man, I needed that. You know, sometimes you don't realize you need a steak until you take that first bite, and you're like, yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, it's one of those times.
Hey, so Jimmy left his camera out. My name is Sean. My YouTube channel is called Rewild Outdoors. You should really go check it out. There's a lot of good content on there. Thanks, Jimmy.
Alright, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I'm just kind of done filming. The sun's going down, and I think we're probably just going to spend the rest of the night hanging out around the fire, talking, being super loud. You can already hear the guys going. And yeah, so that's going to be about it till morning. And I don't plan on doing a whole lot in the morning. Pack up, leave. Maybe I'll make some coffee and hang out for a little bit. And maybe not, I don't know. I got to get home and do some hurricane prepping. So With that, I'm going to leave you with a little shot of the sunset. The next morning, I took a minute to enjoy the sunrise. Everyone else was going about their morning, preparing breakfast, drinking some coffee, maybe just hanging out by the fire. Started saying my goodbyes. I wanted to hang out longer, but honestly I was dog tired. So I started the long process of breaking down my hammock setup, getting everything packed up, and I hit the road, saying goodbye for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.